Having soaked up about as much ancient Mayan culture in the ruins of Yaxha, Nancun, and Tikal as we could handle, we headed deeper into Guatemala for a different type of soaking. We stopped at a river off the side of a side road for a dip in a very special swimming hole. This river spot had a hot waterfall. When a local boy beckoned us to follow him further back under the waterfall, every claustrophobic cell in my body said no.
No.
It turned out he was taking us to a kind of underwater grotto, complete with a skylight. Had we opted to camp by this river spot, we certainly would not have been lonely. Our four-legged companions seemed nice enough, but all they wanted to talk about was scratching.
Look, they were rubbing against our wheel. We got pigged.
So we continued on to a sweet little spot under some mango trees on the shore of Lago Isabel. All was tranquil until nightfall, when an apocalyptic swarm of mayflies descended upon us. We had to put dinner preparations on pause as the bodies of the mayflies drawn to the flame of our stove were piling up, presenting a bit of a fire hazard. We hid out in the truck for over an hour waiting for the mayflies to dissipate so we could go back to making dinner. The new day dawned with tranquility restored. Our next destination was about 85 miles away, but due to road conditions and mountainous terrain, Google was estimating it was going to take us over 5 hours. We tacked a few more hours onto that, thanks to some check engine lights and the symptoms that caused them.
Here we are up on a mountain road somewhere between Semuc, Champey, and Lake Isabel, and it sounds like it's misfiring again. And the truck started running really rough all of a sudden. Check engine light came on. It sounds just like the problem we had before.
So they wouldn't be the problem we had before because you just replaced all the wires. Unless they're like crappy wires.
Or we got a bigger problem. Or it's a crappy wire, like you said. Anyway, it's only slightly disconcerting because we're
On a very narrow road, kind of in the middle of nowhere.
The Joan wasn't dumping any fluids and wasn't overheating, so we just kept moving on, albeit slowly, towards Semuc Champey.
Well, this is where we woke up in Semuc, Champey.
We decided to put off thinking about our automotive woes for a day. Instead, we enjoyed our morning coffee, watched a guy casually burn down a palm tree, and explored the river. Our first order of business was to hike up to a mirador overlooking the pools. Semuc Champey means place where the river hides. At the head of the pools, there's a waterfall where the river proper dives underground. Some of the water stays on the surface and pours through a series of travertine pools, only to reunite about 300 meters downstream. That deep roaring sound is the distant call of howler monkeys. They have the distinction of being the loudest land animal in the world. We pulled over to finish our coffee as the road was too bumpy to sip without spilling, when young Anna appeared out of nowhere to sell us chocolate. We bought all that she had.
Well, hey all. We are in the city of Huehuetenango, spelled Huehuetenango, in case you want to look it up.
The locals call it Huehue.
And it's a way cool city in terms of being able to find what you need. And that's why we're here. Truck was running rough again. I think you guys are already aware. We replaced the spark plug wire a while back. I'm pretty sure those were the wrong wires. And since we put them on, the truck ran great for like a day and then started running
Really bad, like worse than before.
We managed to borrow a scanner from some nice kids, and we've got
misfire cylinder 1, misfire cylinder 3, misfire cylinder 6.
So it's like things are going haywire and the truck's running like crap. We had to drive I don't know how many miles, but on steep roads, up these hills at 0 miles an hour in first gear. We have no power and the check engine light's flashing at us, and I'm like worried for the life of our engine, and this has just been really stressful.
We were really going 12 miles an hour, not 0.
I could have made it on foot faster than our truck made it.
We were getting passed by
Everybody and everything.
Yeah, bicycles were passing us uphill.
Tuk-tuks were passing us.
Yeah.
decrepit bread trucks were passing us.
Needless to say, it's been a little bit stressful because we got to change our driving routes and head for non-touristic cities where we can hopefully find the correct parts. That's been our goal. So here we are at a little auto parts store that has Toyota stuff. They just sold us these, which I opened the box and inspected, and I checked the parts number against the catalog the guy had. These are the correct wires for this truck. They're really nice. They're silicone coated, made in the USA. They cost us
240 something quetzales, which is around
$30 US. And so next we are going to go feed ourselves. We've not had breakfast.
Yeah, I googled vegetarian restaurants and it came up with chicken places. All the pollo you want. So now I'm just going with restaurants so we can find something authentic in Guatemalan, because we're finding that Guatemalan food is easily transferred over to this guy's style.
So we went to El Sharif, which is kind of this Wild West themed place. We're looking for vegetarian or vegan spots, but of course there's nothing around here, so we just looked for restaurante. There's nothing on the menu, vegetarian or vegan.
No, it's like basically like a burger and steak place. No vegetables.
And oh my God,
It was awesome.
the owner's taking our order, and I said,
¿Tiene usted comida vegetariana?
she's like, do you have vegetarian food? And he just kind of like got a little bit bug-eyed, like, yeah, I can make you a salad, I can make you this, that, we have beans, we blah, blah. So I said, yeah, all sounds good, just make me something with no cheese as well. He said, no queso, no problema. And ends up bringing me this beautiful salad and beans.
I ordered tortilla a la diabla. It was like thinly sliced steak with sauteed in onions and like super hot chili sauce, and then served with these blue corn tortillas
and sliced tomatoes and guacamole.
So then,
The owner sets on the table next to us this bag with a couple of smaller black shiny bags inside, and he tells us that his father makes coffee, and this is some of his father's coffee.
He called it a recuerdo, which I think is like a souvenir.
Yeah, like a souvenir. So we walk out of there having a delicious meal, a couple of beers, and $12 or $15 worth of coffee. I'm sure it's going to be delicious. For 90 quetzales plus tip, so we're talking like...
110 quetzales.
Right, but in US dollars, that's...
Oh, I can do the math.
Math is happening.
$14.40.
What a good day.
Okay, well, we've spent our budget for today,
Yes.
so we should get out of town.
We're going to go put the wires on, find out how they work. Okay, follow up on the spark plug issue. It's time to celebrate because put the new wires on. They're prettier than the other ones. They're red. They're thicker and nicely made, and they were the correct lengths. And these are the wires that we bought in Belize.
which I'm now 100% positive.
They sold me the wrong ones. What I'm trying to say is, we fired the truck up and it's run smooth. We're gonna relax and figure out where we're going tomorrow.
Yes.
We're on the Pan American Highway.
It's so awesome.
I think actually this might be one of the first times we've been on it.
I mean, we're doing the Pan American Highway. We have been forever.
Just in like a general, like, directional, we've been doing the Pan American Highway.
This is the actual Pan American Highway.
Yeah.
This is the road.
We're gonna be on it for 131 miles now.
Who knew the Pan Am Highway went through Tenango?
Well, now we do.
I wonder Way is so way cool.
Okay.
Our time on the Pan Am proper was short-lived, as we turned off and navigated a real brake burner of a descent down to the shores of Lago Atitlan. We had a nice view of Volcán de Atitlan from inside of our rooftop tent. And animal companionship was always abundant. We were so cozy at Pasacop in San Marcos that we decided to stick around and take a week of Spanish classes.
This palapa is our classroom. We just got out of class,
It's verdad.
and it's Thursday,
Es jueves.
the major holiday for San Marcos,
Es la Dia de San Marcos.
La Dia de San Marcos. And the fireworks sound like a war zone.
El Dia de San Marcos involved a lot of music, costumery, parades, and a bit of a carnival. Lago Atitlan is lined by a number of little towns. San Marcos, where we stayed, had the reputation of a hippie, eco-groovy place. Across the lake was San Pedro, which is bigger and has more of a kinetic party vibe. We wanted to check it out.
Hace muy brillante aquí, ¿no?
Brillante? Breezy?
Shiny, bright.
Ah, sí. Hace muy brillante aquí. Sí.
Es una taxi. Okay, I'm gonna stand up and look like it matters. We're catching a taxi.
All of the little towns along the lake are connected by a network of water taxis. We were supposed to be able to catch one right outside our camp.
Okay, so that didn't work. Scott didn't hail a taxi right. Esperando por un taxi.
Waiting for.
Also hoping for a taxi.
Oh,
Same.
see.
Mismo. Yeah.
It's a lovely place to wait for a taxi.
I'd do it again.
You are gonna do it again.
So hungry.
Yeah, me too.
I want the next one to stop. Maybe I'll jump up and down and wave my arms. We made it on a boat.
We made it on a boat.
There are roads that connect these little towns, but boats are so much more fun.
Welcome to San Pedro.
After walking around San Pedro, we enjoyed an almost vegetarian dinner before making our way back to our side of the lake. Out past our camp, it didn't take long for the road to narrow down to a footpath.
It's about to get steep.
Oh, cool. I don't know if I'm ready for this.
It's nice steps.
We enjoyed running/scrambling in the sunshine, especially since we knew we had a lake to refresh in after.
Success! Well, it's a memory, but I think it's
Like a souvenir. Yeah.
like a souvenir.
Yeah, this is souvenir.